I recently made a post in the American Hat Company Facebook group about my new 50/50 straw hat. Now, this was not a hat that I had any desire to get. As a matter of fact, the product photos from the American website really don't do it justice, and it didn't appeal to me at all. When I saw it at Cavender's, I kind of liked it, and I saw a fedora made out of the 50/50 recently, and I kind of liked that. I thought it would make a great beach hat because it seemed pretty airy. Well, after a few days seeing this hat, it kind of grew on me, and I decided I could probably do something with it. And it'd be a good hat for a really hot day because it did have so much ventilation. Well, my recent post, what can I say? I was kind of in awe of this hat after trying it on. And I think it was just a matter of the right circumstances. I got the hat and I didn't shape it for maybe a week. I wound up shaping it last night and I left it in the car because I had 2 other hats to bring upstairs, and I figured I'd get it the next day, which I did. I went down to go somewhere, and I knew I had a hat in the car, so I decided I would wear that. It happens to be a very windy day in Austin today, and this hat outperformed. That's all I can say. Generally, everybody knows a very windy day, point your head at the ground and into the wind to keep it on unless you want to hold it on. That was not the case. Now, I did buy this hat, the 50/50, one size smaller. Now, generally, you can go down a size in straw, especially if you are in a place where wind is an issue. I don't often do that because I'm not in that kind of condition. I don't work outdoors, and I just don't have the need for it. Not always, anyway. But this hat is a little different. It's very light and pretty flexible compared to some of the other Americans. It only weighs 5 ounces. Now, if you compare that to the 6100 here at 6.6 ounces, or the 7800 here, and that's coming in at 6.2 ounces. So, I mean, it's an ounce or ounce and a half at least difference in those hats. Now, that might not seem like a lot, but it's 20% of the weight or more. Now, all 3 of these hats are 20-star hats. Now, according to American, that is a difference in the material used to make the hat. 20-star hat is going to be the better hat. Better than a 15-star anyway. I don't know if it's just the amount of ventilation in the crown that is the only weight reducing factor in this. But if that's the case, it's still great. Because it's so light and flexible, the wind kind of just goes through the crown and keeps it on your head, and the brim will flex with the wind instead of acting like a sail and pulling the hat off your head. It kind of just flexes out of the way. I think it's a great hat, and it's definitely going to be my go-to hot weather outdoor hat. It's got some It's got some decorations on the way. It's not gonna stay unpatched. And that was really, it was not my intention to wear this hat um, until I got it the way I wanted it. But actually, I'll probably wear it today because it's supposed to be windy all day. I think we're supposed to get 15, 20 mile an hour winds today. I've heard some people on the Facebook group complain about American hats recently. Clearly, I have 3 of them, and I love them. I've heard that they are flimsy and fall apart. I've heard that they are greasy, which none of these are greasy. They all have a very firm feel to them. They are flexible, but they don't fall apart. This hat has just been kind of laying around. It's got a factory brim and an open crown. It's not been done yet. This is going to be. I think this one's going to go to Best Hat Store probably this weekend, and we're going to get that shaped up. I don't know what more to say about the American hats. They have taken a straw hat that everybody knows and loves, and they've made it great. It's got a pretty good price tag on it, but there's a reason for that. Let's take a look at a Resistol. This is not a cheap Resistol. Okay, this is a $140, $150 Resistol, similar to. Put that out of the way. Similar to the 6100, just in the fact it's got a similar ventilation design. So like I said, sorry, the 7800. So like I said, the 7800 it's been hanging around for a while. It came off of a shelf in Cavender's, and it's been hanging on my wall for several weeks. And when it hangs, the ribbon falls, and it falls right back into place. It never gets bent out of shape. It always falls where it's supposed to fall. Now, if you look at Resistol, I've never worn this hat for more than an hour. And I have steamed this ribbon probably 10 times. As a matter of fact, I've steamed this and not worn it. I steamed it because it's been stored like this. Now, just storing it like that has put memory into this ribbon. So what, you're supposed to steam this ribbon every time because it just flops all over the place. It's got this memory in it, and it looks like a trash. Not to mention the hat feels like trash. I mean, for a $150 hat, it's got this fake leather band. It feels like leather on the outside, some kind of suede plastic on the inside. That's a piece of shit. $183 hat, $190 hat, sewn leather band. Feels great, looks great. It's just a fantastic hat. There's no comparison. Resistol straw, I mean, they may be okay for something you want to tear up at work or in the field, but as far as a nice hat you want to wear around, I don't want to wear that. Now, I'm not trashing Resistol to trash Resistol. I'm trashing Resistol because they make an inferior product at too high of a price. They're George Strait hats. This Tough Enough hat, $150, $147 is too much for that hat. I mean, I think a fair price would be $60. Now, I'm not saying American is, putting out a product that's worth $200 for straw hat, because I don't think it's worth $200. $120, absolutely, all day long. Would I buy another one? Of course. If I found one that I really liked, as much as I like these three. Now, I didn't like the 6100 when I first saw it, but a friend actually found it under $100 on sale, and that was shipped to the door. And I mean, I couldn't pass it up. So yeah, I bought it, and after I got it, I kind of liked the design, in the straw. And the ventilation is not bad. It's a great hat. It's the heaviest hat out of all of them, but I generally wear it indoors. And even outdoors, it keeps the sun off, and it serves its purpose. It's not super hot, but the 7800 was definitely the one I was looking for the longest, and it will be the one that I am more particular about when it's shaped. This will probably be my go-to hat for going out on a weekend or whatever. That's just a quick rundown of the American Hat Company hats in straw, and a little bit more about why they may be worth more to me. Maybe they're not worth more to you. Maybe you don't need an American hat, but you're probably not watching this video if that's the case. So I know there's a shortage of hats right now. We do have some resources in the Facebook group, so come visit us at American Hat Company Enthusiast Group on Facebook, and follow us here. And on our Instagram, Cowboy Cartel Group, I will link to everything in the notes below. And thanks for watching. I hope it helped somebody.